Hey guys. So today I just want to talk about the mode. So I just got back from a holiday. I went to Tasmania and I went there and it was really cold. So instead of doing things outdoors, I pretty much just stayed inside and kept a log of these temperatures. So I kept a track of the temperatures in Tasmania during my holiday. And I was there for 1 week, so I managed to collect 7 observations. So I've got them here. There's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So what we're wanting to work out today is the mode. We want to know the mode of the temperature for my holiday in Tasmania. Now, what the mode is a term which we use to describe our data, and it's a measure which describes the most frequent value of a data set. The most frequent value. And that's all. So it tells us basically which of our discrete observations came up the most. So I want to just prove how cold it was in Tasmania by showing you the mode, or the most frequent value, for the data set of the temperatures which I observed over the week which I was in Tasmania. So to calculate the mode, all that we do is we look at our data and we pick the value which occurs the most times in our data. So one handy thing which we can always do to find the mode is to order our data from smallest to largest. So a nice way we can do that is if we just go up to our data set and we bring each number down here and cross it off as we go, and we'll take the data and we'll put it in smallest to largest order. So if we look up at our data, we can see some small numbers. As you can see, it was quite cold. It maxed at about 5 degrees. So I think the smallest value which we have here is about -1 degree Celsius. So it's actually snowing. And we'll cross that off. And then the next largest value which we probably have would be this 1 degree here. So 1 degree. Then the next largest would be 2 degrees. And there's no more 2's. The next largest would be 3 degrees. Then there would be 4 degrees. And we have 2 of this 5 degrees. So we have 5 degree appears twice. So when we're looking for this mode, we really are only looking for the value which occurs the most times. So because we only have a small number of observations, we can probably actually just do this by counting the number of times that each value appears. So we might use a frequency table, which I've covered in an earlier video, or we might just look at the data set and see which number occurs the most. So looking here, I can see that it was really cold on one day, and -1 degrees, but that only happened once. So there's one observation at -1. And there's only one observation at 1 degree. There is only one observation at 2 degrees. There's only one observation at 3 degrees. There is only one observation at 4 degrees. But we can see that these last two observations are the same. So we'll notice that both of the observations are 5 degrees. So for our data set, we can say this: all values except for 5 degrees were observed once. So the 5 degrees was observed twice. So what this means is that the number 5 was our most frequent value because it occurred twice, whereas all of the other observations were only observed once. So for this data set, the value of 5 degrees Celsius will be equal to our most frequent value. And if we look up here, we know that our most frequent value is our mode, so that we will say that 5 degrees Celsius is our mode. So that's how we look at a set of data and work out our mode. I won't cover an example in this video, but I will cover an example in a future video. Thanks, guys.